Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel guys. Today we're doing an account takeover for Vladislav. He just pulled 3 new Legos and today we're gonna be figuring out exactly how to use them. One of these Legos might be a total carry or maybe they're sitting on a sleeper OP combo. Let's find out. I'm super excited for this video because I have the opportunity to test different legendaries that I don't personally own and we have to make the most out of it. Okay guys, let's check what are the Legos here. First off, we have a lot of Legos here on this account, man. They're 9. Oh my god, that's a lot. That's a lot more than on my main account. Congrats to him. Super nice Legos we're seeing here. We have Lady Kimi on the screen. We also have Uzul of the Jade and King Galobar. I have a special surprise for you guys, and I mean both old and new players. Click on my link in the description and use the code Bobby to get up to 25% cashback on every purchase you make in Raid. Here is how to do it. Click the link in the description and download or update Raid through Aptoide. It works on Android, but if you're on any type of PC, just use BlueStacks. Sign in to your Raid account. Download and configure the Aptoide wallet. Use the promo code Bobby and make your first purchase. That way, you'll get up to 25% of cashback on every purchase. Click on my link, use the code Bobby now, and let's get these bonuses. The last time I had taken this account, he only had those 4 here on the first row and Shemnat. Since then, he also gained Jintoro, Lady Kimi, Uzul, and King Galobar. So 4 new Legos here. This is insane. Where do you guys have that luck from? Give something to me. I'm lacking legendaries. Okay guys, where should we start here? I'm thinking maybe we should start from Lady Kimi. Lady Kimi is a great support legendary champion. She brings a lot of utility and her kit is just great. It's useful even to late game players, so that's why I wanted to start with her. I think I consider her probably the best legendary from the new legendaries that we have here. Jintoro is also another great choice, but we're gonna be starting with Lady Kimi here. Honestly, she's untouchable. You have to brag if you have Lady Kimi because she honestly does not have a weak spot, man. She's good in Hydra, she's good in Clan Boss, she's good in the arena, basically everywhere. Look at that A1 we're talking about here. Attacks one enemy, then attacks the enemy with the highest turn meter. Will attack the same enemy twice if the initial target also has the highest turn meter. The second hit has 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. We're only on her A1 and I can already say confidently that she's a great turn meter control champion. And this is only her A1. Let's check that A2 here. Flurry of Petals. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing 50% decrease accuracy debuff and 30% decrease speed debuff for 2 turns. 75% chance of decreasing each target's turn meter by 15. 75% chance of placing decrease accuracy debuff. This means you will weaken your enemies and prevent them from landing the buffs on your team. She also is placing decrease speed debuff, which would actually help slowing down your enemies. And they basically just don't stand a chance here. Come on. And if we manage to book this skill, the cooldown would go to 3. Also, the chances of landing that debuff would increase with additional 25%, which is massive. And the damage would also increase by 10. Now let's take a look at her A3. Removes 1 random buff from each enemy. Then has 75% chance of placing a block buffs debuff for 2 turns on enemies who have buffs removed. Also fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% and places 50% increase accuracy buff and 30% increase speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. Do you guys realize what is this kid? I mean, it's insanely good, man. We can weaken our enemies and at the same time make our team stronger with that A3. She also has insanely good passive that lets her decrease the enemy's turn meter by 5 for each debuff placed, and whenever this champion or ally receives a debuff, she fills their turn meter by 5 for each debuff received. And on top of that, just to finish this massive monster that she is, Lady Kimi has an aura that increases speed in Doom Tower battles by 30%. Basically, she's good for everywhere. I told you guys, she doesn't have weak spots, and only if I had her on my main account, this Lady Kimi would have helped me so much against Dark Fae that I'm currently stuck on. Yeah, I'm still stuck there. What can I say? I just need to maybe upgrade my champion's power and their speed, of course. But yeah, only if I had Lady Kimi there, things would actually look different for my main account. Unfortunately, I don't. And that's why I had taken this account to test her out. From what I'm seeing here, we also have already built Lady Kimi. She has a plus 40 accuracy bonus coming from the pinpoint set. Lady Kimi needs a lot of speed, a lot of accuracy, defense, and HP. So let's check her total stats right now. So we have accuracy standing 166, speed 165, HP 28k, and defense 1.4k. This is all right. I mean, her speed could be much higher, but I'm guessing that Vladislav is lacking speed artifacts like myself. So maybe that's why she's that slow. Her accuracy can be higher as well, because otherwise she won't be able to land those debuffs on her A2. So we need at least 200 accuracy on this champ. I feel like the accuracy can be much higher here. Does this guy have money? No, unfortunately he does not have any money. So we cannot change the build here. But one advice from me is to take her speed and accuracy as high as possible, so you can really unlock her full potential here. Now for her gauntlets, I would personally go with HP percentage, not flat HP. He has put gauntlets with flat HP and speed 5. This is also reworked. So originally the speed was 4. So I would definitely change those gauntlets here for sure and replace them with HP percentage gauntlets with maybe accuracy as a substat. And I already gave a filter here, and the only gauntlets that he has that meet the criteria are gauntlets from a set speed, 24% HP gauntlets, additional HP, and 32 accuracy. So basically, if he changed that with those gauntlets, the accuracy would go up and also the HP. So maybe I would personally go with the speed gauntlets. We'll lose that bonus, but even when we lose it, she's gonna have more accuracy. Her speed is gonna drop with 5, but honestly, this is not much. Like we can find artifacts that are gonna double roll on speed, and we can achieve the same or even better speed numbers here. Now for her chest plate, we have accuracy chest plate right here. Not too bad. It's giving her resistance, double rolls on HP, and speed. This is actually quite good chest plate in my opinion. As for her weapon, we have accuracy, double rolls, and speed. Quite nice. Helmet. This is an HP helmet. We have HP and speed right there. Ooh, a lot of speed coming from that helmet. 11 speed coming only from the helmet. Man, this is a lot. Okay, I would consider that a nice helmet here. And we have a shield that's giving her accuracy, a lot of accuracy coming from that shield, and speed. And finally, we're finishing up with speed boots. The substats are defense and crit rate. Cool, nice one. And we have a ring here that's giving her defense and HP. Do we have something better here? Unfortunately, no, this is the best ring that is there. I consider that build good, but the only thing I would definitely change is her gauntlets. Just switch to to do that HP percentage gauntlet. Now, moving on to a champion from one of my favorite factions, the faction with the little short legs. And this is a champion, Uzul of the Jade from the Dwarfs faction. A decent legendary out here. What is important to note here about Uzul is that on every single of his attacks, he has a chance of placing an extra turn, and this is where all the damage is coming from, basically from that extra hit. Now, starting with his A1, Stone-Hearted, attacks all enemies before attacking, reduces the value of any shield buffs on all enemies by 100%. That's incredible, and places 60% decreased defense debuff on them for 2 turns. This would increase your team's damage a lot. These effects cannot be resisted if the skill was used on an extra turn. Whoa, this is huge, man. He also has 20% chance of granting an extra turn. This chance increases by 10% for each critical hit. A great skill that removes the protection of the opponent's team, and like I said, it's gonna increase the damage of your team insanely. Now after that, we have A3 Royal Fury. Attacks one enemy, will ignore shield, block damage, and unkillable buffs. Wait, what? This is actually, I think, the first champion that I'm seeing that has such a skill. Will ignore unkillable. Do you even realize how huge is that? Unkillable is one of the toughest buffs to deal with, and having a champion that can ignore the unkillable buff is totally a game changer. Also ignores stone skin buffs and 100% of the target's defense if the skill was used on an extra turn or an instant turn. This is huge. This is amazing kit, and I'm seeing so much potential in many different areas of the game. Chimera is one of the places that this champion is gonna help you a lot. Also, spiders, also dragon and ice golem. Now we're finishing up with his A1, which attacks at one enemy and has 20% chance of granting an extra turn. If this attack kills an enemy, grants an extra turn. Basically, his kit revolves around granting extra turns, and this is, like I told you, where the damage is coming from. Now he has a passive, Jade King. If an ally has a chance to gain an extra turn, increases that chance by an additional 5%. If there are multiple champions on the same team with the skill, only one will activate. The champion deals 25 more damage on extra turns. This is what I'm talking about. And he also has Aura, which increases ally attack in arena battles by 33%. So additionally, you can use that champion in arena. You would perform well, especially with that Aura activated. He can also be extremely helpful to you in Siege, faction wars, a lot of different gaming areas. But now let's check how his stats are looking. This guy's also built. Now for Uzul of the Jade, the main stats that we're looking for are definitely crit damage, crit rate, speed, and accuracy. Of course, the attack must also be a decent amount. Let's check that. So for crit rate, we're standing at 49%. This is extremely low. We have to build him as close to 100 as possible. Crit damage is good, 114%, quite nice. Accuracy stands at 216, also decent amount of accuracy. I would say he doesn't need that much of an accuracy. For example, you can easily sacrifice a little bit of his accuracy to, improve his crit rate. He also is very slow from what I'm seeing, 147, and attack is standing on 1.5k. The attack is quite nice, but the crit rate and speed are very, very low here. Let's see where that is coming from. For the weapon, it's a weapon that's giving him HP, speed, crit rate, a lot of crit rate coming from that weapon. So this weapon is great. I would keep it. Helmet is giving him crit rate, accuracy, and resistance. For now, things are looking actually surprisingly good. Where is the problem coming from? So we have a pinpoint shield. What bonuses does he has? Okay, we have 3 pieces of pinpoints. Basically, that's giving him 10% of speed, and 40 accuracy. Quite nice, I would say. This is why his accuracy is so high. Now, the shield. Crit damage, HP, speed, crit rate. Whoa, amazing build up until this point, I would say. Where is the problem coming from, really? I cannot tell. Now we have the gauntlets, crit damage gauntlets, accuracy, speed, and HP. Maybe the gauntlets could be crit damage gauntlets, crit rate gauntlets, sorry. Let's give a filter here and check what crit rate gauntlets does he has. Crit rate gauntlets. Okay, we have 10 here. All right. We're looking either for epic gauntlets. Ooh, these ones are quite nice, actually. If they're taken up to level 8, maybe that's gonna increase his crit rate a lot. Swift parry gauntlets with crit damage, substats, defense, HP, and attack. His speed is gonna drop, but I consider them better. All right, I would say that we definitely have some better options, but his accuracy is gonna drop a lot. Can we upgrade that up to level 8 just to see what's going on here? Okay. We've got double row on accuracy and defense here. The crit rate is 19%. I would personally probably replace his gauntlets with the toxic ones. It really depends on what exactly you're building him for. It really depends whether you're building him for those debuffs or for your main nuker. So I'm not really sure what is he doing with that build. I'm thinking that he's building him with a lot of accuracy, so he can use that A2 successfully. If it's that way, I consider that build as a good one. We have accuracy chest plate with some substats here, crit damage and attack substats, and speed boots with accuracy and crit damage. So I would say this is quite nice in my opinion. Ooh, look at that rank we have here. I think the rank is alright too, from what I'm seeing. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think of Uzul of the Jade? Have you used this champion? And if you have used him, rate him from 0 to 10. I'm super curious. Now moving on to our last legendary champion for today, and this is King Galobar from the Sylvan Watchers faction. King Galobar is a great support champion who is also a cleanser. Let's check his kit a little bit. He's also placing continuous heals a lot. He can really help your team with sustainability. Now starting with A2, Vitrolic Thorns attacks all enemies, 80% chance of removing all buffs. Places 5% poison debuff for 2 turns on each enemy for every buff removed from them. Also has 80% chance of placing block buffs debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. He's basically swapping those buffs with poison. A3 removes all debuffs from all allies and places 15% continuous heal buff for 1 turn on each ally for every debuff removed from them. Also places a shield buff for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to 25% of his max HP. And finally, we have his A1, which also places a shield, attacks 1 enemy. And here, the value of the shield is equal to 15% of the ally's max HP. We also have a passive here. Whenever an enemy under a poison debuff attacks an ally under a shield buff, instantly activates 1 poison debuff on that enemy. Also instantly activates 1 continuous heal buff on the attacked enemy. So yeah, he's basically switching buffs for poisons, which is great. A wonderful kit. He can really help you out in areas like arena or specific Doom Tower bosses. He can really help with survivability. He has a very unique kit for that. He also can be used against Hydra, especially if you have Rector Dread as well. I feel like you can survive longer and deal more damage with this guy on the team, combined with Rector Dread and 2 good nukers. Your team would have better chances of surviving the Hydra experience. And also, he's good in dungeons like Ice Golem, for example, or Shogun's Grave. You can use him basically in different areas and he can be a very, very helpful support to you. Now for the stats that he needs, we're definitely looking for a lot of accuracy, speed, defense, and HP. From what I'm seeing, the HP is almost 30k, amazing, perfect. Defense then 1.6k, all right. He's also a little champion that is very, very slow, 136 speed. I would personally try rebuilding this guy with better amount of speed, and accuracy stands at what? 68 accuracy? Man, this guy needs rebuilding. He's crying for it. He's desperate to be rebuilded, okay? No, what is this build, man? What are you saying? Come on, what is this weapon? Weapon with rolls in HP and crit rates? No, I would definitely change that weapon. We need a weapon that's gonna give some substats like accuracy, for example, or speed or something that's gonna be useful to this champion. Now we have a life steal weapon here that's giving him accuracy and speed. Let's check if we have something better here. Look at that weapon. It has accuracy, attack, speed, HP. If it was me, I would just equip that. We also have a better one here. We have better options. Like, why he had chosen that specific weapon, man? I don't understand it. Probably to activate the bonus coming from speed, but bro, even if we don't have the bonus activated, we still can manage to get more speed than, excuse me, 136, okay? Anyway, let's check the helmet here. We have defense, accuracy, and attack. Pretty sure that I can find better helmets on here. So it's giving him accuracy, but the other stats are not needed a lot except for the defense. All right, here we have a shield that's giving him defense and for speed. Man, what is that? What is that? I'm seeing a lot of problems with this build. What are those gauntlets? Defense gauntlets with substats, attack, crit damage, and attack. Why do we have gauntlets that are giving him attack, that are giving attack percentage to a support champion? Tell me. I don't know. This one definitely needs rebuildings, and he's the absolute worst build champ from all the 3 champs that we just checked out. He definitely needs something better. Let me give a quick filter here just to check if he has better options. Now for the gauntlets, defense percentage gauntlets are all right, but we need other substats, man. Maybe accuracy or speed. We have perception gauntlets that are gonna give him accuracy, but we don't have rolls on accuracy, so they're still not good. Those are quite nice, actually. It's giving him defense, speed, and accuracy, so we definitely have better options. Let's check if we remove HP percentage gauntlets. What do we have here? We definitely have some better options. Even those are better. Now chestplate, HP chestplate, attack, crit damage, HP. Come on, bro, what is this? I feel like he hasn't even bothered at all when building this guy, because all the substats that are on each artifact are basically not needed for our king Galobar, okay? So I would definitely change everything. Just look at the substats we have on the boots, man. What is going on? We have speed boots with attack, HP, crit damage, and attack. No way, no way. Seems to me that here he has just been looking to get the bonuses that are coming from the sets. But this is extremely wrong, especially when all of your artifacts are with substats that are not needed for this guy at all. But yeah, I will hit him up and tell him that he definitely needs to rebuild the Galobar. So yeah, at least let's check the ring here finally. Okay, do we have something better here? No, so this is all right. The ring is okay. Now it's finally time to test them out, and I'm gonna be testing them in the arena first. All right, come on. Okay, we're gonna be removing some of these champs. We are leaving Udex and Alice. We need a reviver and a strong nuker here. And as for the other champs, we're testing Lady Kimi here. And you know what? We're gonna be testing Galobar here just to see. We have 4 legendaries in the arena. Oh my god, I've never seen that before on my account. I've never used all 4 legendaries I have. Okay, we're going manually here. Lucky, I hate you, bro. I hate how he's locking my abilities. What? They smacked our asses. Are you kidding me? There is no way back. No way back on this. Okay, let's show them, Alice. Please, just don't die. Don't die here. We need to revive somebody, but this guy, Lucky, I just hate him, man. I hate Lucky. Okay, that was close enough. We couldn't test Lady Kimi or Galobar, unfortunately. Let me see. Let's refresh here. I really hate that moment when you have to be sitting looking dumb, and just wait for the screen to load. Now, where should we go for? You know what? He's very, very squishy, so I'm gonna remove him. We saw that his build is not nice at all. He's very, very slow. He doesn't have the stats that we need from him, so I'm gonna try with Uzul, the Jade here. Okay, let's check that out. And we're going manually here. We want to test the skills, man. Oh, that was incredibly bad, man. That didn't go as planned. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, can we revive somebody? Lady Kimi, hello? Hello, girl. Oh no, man. Okay, now we can test her abilities. We're definitely going to be starting with that flurry of petals. We want to decrease the accuracy and decrease their speed for sure. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? What the hell was I supposed to do here? Okay, never mind. Maybe we should test them in a different area, not the arena, because I don't know what's going on today. Okay, guys, shall we test them in dragons? And I'm gonna go for stage 12. He has enabled super rates. We're gonna be leaving Udix and Alice, and we're putting here this guy, Lady Kimi, and him. Now see how would that go. And we're going manually again. We want to test their abilities. I'm gonna go with her Queen Slayer right here because I want to test the abilities. Starting with A2 on Lady Kimi. We don't care about Udix, honestly. Now, let's remember what was he doing. Okay, we're gonna be starting with A2 here as well. That was quite nice. Good one. And we have our king here. So we want to remove all the buffs from them. It's going pretty well. If I use the clockwork cyclone, they're all gonna be dead. Yeah. Alright, at least we have the dragon left here to test out. Alice is very, very strong here on this account. Now, Lady Kimi, we need to be using A3 here because we want to fill our turn meters. Okay, now A1 here. Let's place some shield on them and some continuous heal. So we can be safe from that fire that is going to hit us in a second. This is basically useless in a situation, in the situation that we're right now in. So we're gonna be using his A1 here. Okay. Ooh, I like the animation of the attack here. It was pretty cool. Things are looking pretty great. We're not even damaged. Like our champion has almost full turn meter and HP, so it's all right. Okay, let's place some strength in here. Now what I want to do is click out to here and just see how the battle would continue, because we managed to actually test their skills and get to know what are they doing exactly. So I would consider this one a success. We managed to test their skills. I think that this is a good synergy between the team members here. We have Alice as main nuker. We have Udix Arthur as a reviver and healer. We also have King Galobar, who is really helping for our survivability. Then we have Uzul, who can decrease the defense and also increase our team's damage. And finally, we have Lady Kimi, who is decreasing the accuracy and the speed of the waves. I think it's a pretty well team composition. So I consider this a success. Now I'm going to be testing them on higher difficulties just to see if they're still performing well here. And honestly, that's the end of it, guys. It was a fun one. 3 new Legos and a ton of potential. I'm honestly most impressed with Lady Kimi and Uzul, but this is because King Galobar is not built well, obviously. But for Uzul, honestly, I didn't expect him to be that good, if I have to be honest. Let me know which one would you build first and why. And also, if you want me to take over your account next up, hit me up. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I wish you have an amazing day. Bye!